Talk about a crusher. Yes! Oh!
Are you kidding me?
And gone!
Welcome back to the Schoolyard Sports Podcast. On this podcast, Lane Frank. We're now episode 67, everybody. This is 67 episodes through on an action-packed episode planned for you. It's Super Bowl week, everybody. NBA trades are going down. MLB's still in a lockout. Will MLB season even be played this year? Leave your answer in the comment section. But stay tuned for this action-packed episode 67. Stay tuned. Let's start with episode 67, how we always do, with the headlines in the NBA. Oh, we got a lot of news. Trade deadline happened, everybody, and these are the big moves that went down. CJ McCollum going over to the New Orleans Pelicans. Do you like this trade? Do you not? Leave your answer in the comment section. I mean, for the Blazers, I actually love this deal for the Blazers. They're giving up CJ McCollum. I think they just got to rebuild. I mean, CJ McCollum wasn't always the perfect side piece for Damian Lillard, but they got built around Damian Lillard, everybody. He's 33 years old. They need to build around more. A lot of stuff going on with the Blazers right now. They traded Norman Powell last week, and they're trading CJ McCollum this week. I mean, he's been on the franchise forever. I mean, the only team he's ever been around, it's Portland Trail Blazers, going to the New Orleans Pelicans, pairing up with Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram. Will it work out? Leave your answer in the comment section. I'm going to give this trade grade for the Blazers an A+. But Pelicans, maybe not the perfect move for them, so we'll give them a B. But CJ McCollum going over to New Orleans. Now, Tyrese Halliburton, everybody, going over to the Pacers. I've heard some people say, Tyrese Halliburton, people love his potential, everything like that, but maybe he doesn't have that much potential. Maybe this is his maxed out potential while he's playing right now. Once he averaging 15 and 5, something like that. I mean, those are good numbers, but those aren't all-star perennial all-star numbers. Maybe the Kings know what they're doing. Maybe they're holding on to De'Aaron Fox. They're saying, hey, we like Davion Mitchell and De'Aaron Fox over Tyrese Halliburton. Maybe there's another thought I had where, maybe they wanted to shop Davion Mitchell instead of Tyrese Halliburton, and then they just couldn't get any offers, something like that. But they're getting Domantas Sabonis. Maybe not the best fit for De'Aaron Fox and that Kings team, but they're getting Domantas Sabonis, who's been an all-star before. Was an all-star last year, and just great player, Domantas Sabonis. Maybe he'll play center for them, but a lot of stuff going on. I think they still need to move Marvin Bagley. Marvin Bagley, just an all-time bust right now. Marvin Bagley, just horrible bust for the Kings. One of the worst picks. I mean, you could say one of the worst picks in the NBA history. He was picked over Luka Doncic. He was picked over Trae Young. He was picked over Jaren Jackson, some other great guys in that draft class. But a lot of stuff going on with that NBA trade deadline. A lot of great trades went down. Karis LeVert also going over to the Cavs, and that's the perfect piece for the Cavs. Everybody, this Cavs team has looked like a complete team. You got Darius Garland at point guard. You got Karis LeVert shooting guard. You got Kevin Love mixed in there. Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. It's going to be a great team, everybody. This is a great team. This is a top 10 team in the NBA. Nobody back. Cleveland Cavaliers are a top 10 team in the NBA. Nobody back. Top 4 team in the East right now. Top 10 team in the NBA. Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, let's move to the NFL where we have an action-packed week. The Super Bowl happened, everybody. Pro Bowl happened last week. Pro Bowl never that exciting. It was in Vegas this year. Maybe stakes a little bit higher or something like that. But it's pretty much 2 in touch right now, the Pro Bowl. But we got the Super Bowl, everybody. I'm going to pick the Super Bowl coming up in the next segment. Rams versus Bengals. Wait to see my pick on that. But we got head coaches getting hired. Lovie Smith going to the Texans. I mean, Texans defense coordinator this season. And I like this move, hiring a defense coach for the Texans, but maybe not Lovie Smith. Maybe a Jim Caldwell. Maybe Brian Flores, but then distractions, everything like that there. I don't know if this is the perfect move right now for the Texans. Lovie Smith, a bit of an older coach. I know Jim Caldwell is too, but Lovie Smith wasn't that great with the Bears. Wasn't that great with the Buccaneers at all. Didn't develop Jameis Winston at all. Maybe they want to bring back Deshaun Watson. Maybe this is the perfect man to do it for him. But Lovie Smith getting an in-house hire. Tice getting an in-house hire. Better than Josh McCown would have ever been as their head coach. But Lovie Smith still got some head coaching experience at Illinois, with the Buccaneers, with the Bears, other teams. But Lovie Smith, good coach, going to the Texans, being their head coach. I mean, like I said, in-staff hire. But Lovie Smith going to be the next head coach of the Houston Texans. Another team doing an in-house hire. New Orleans Saints, everybody. It's picking up Dennis Allen, everybody. Dennis Allen, defense coordinator. I think they should go to be Eric Bieniemy or the guy they had in Detroit interviewing. But Dennis Allen, in-house hire, maybe the Grays, maybe a good move for them. DeMario Davis, everybody praised Dennis Allen for that hire. Everybody likes Dennis Allen in that building. It seems like been around that building for a while, but it seems more like a Sean Payton type of hire. I would have gone with maybe Joe Lombardi also. Joe Lombardi, former Chargers offensive coordinator right now, former Saints quarterback coach for years under Sean Payton. Like I said, related to Vince Lombardi, everything like that. But Dennis Allen, give me the next head coach of the New Orleans Saints. Mike McDaniel going to the Dolphins, everybody. Now, I like Mike McDaniel as a schemer, as an offensive coordinator, but as a head coach, I don't know about this move for the Dolphins. As a head coach, Mike McDaniel might not be the greatest. Never been a head coach before. Mike McDaniel, bit of a questionable move here. In my opinion, he's not that type of motivate you up, everything like that, like how Eric Bieniemy is, like how Brian Flores is, like how somebody else is. But if you can get the most out of Tua, who cares? Mike McDaniel, gonna be the next head coach of the Dolphins. That's about for the headlines this week. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. It pains me to say this, everybody. The last Schoolyard Sports game day of the season. Schoolyard Sports game day. Gonna be back next September, picking all of the NFL games. But last game of the year, the biggest game of the year in the NFL, the Super Bowl, everybody. If I told you before the season, Rams-Bengals Super Bowl, everybody would have thought you're out of your mind. I would have thought, if someone told me that, I would have been like, what? Rams-Bengals? Bengals? The Rams part you can understand a little bit, but Bengals. This is a shocker, everybody. Bengals being in the Super Bowl. We got a great Super Bowl matchup, everybody. So let's break it down a little bit. Which team has a better quarterback? It's the Bengals, everybody. Joe Burrow is a better quarterback than Matthew Stafford has been this season. I'll take Joe Burrow in a game over Matthew Stafford, maybe career-wise, maybe potential-wise, everything like that. But running back, this one goes to the Rams. Running game goes to the Rams. I know they got Joe Mixon, the Bengals, but outside that, it's Majay Pirine, Travion Williams, Chris Evans, not the greatest running game, but the Rams, Cam Akers, the fumbles, everything like that. But outside of him, Sony Michel, Darrell Henderson, this is a really good running game in my opinion. And you can make Cooper Kupp, Odell Beckham Jr. in there, and jet sweeps, everything like that. And Matthew Stafford got some wheels sometimes, but running game, I'm giving that to the Rams. Wide receivers, this is a no doubt Rams in my opinion. Rams have the better wide receivers in my opinion, better tight ends, everything like that. CJ Uzomah, he's not even going to be 100% in this game. He's going to play, like you said, the greatest game of his life, but I think Tyler Higbee's better tight end, CJ Uzomah, and I think Cooper Kupp, Odell Beckham Jr. overpowers just the one Jamar Chase, and then Tyler Boyd a little bit there. But wide receivers easily goes to the Rams in my opinion. Offensive line, this is a no-brainer. Rams by far. Rams have one of the best offensive lines in the league. Andrew Whitworth, well, the Bengals probably have the worst offensive line in the playoffs this year. Jordan Williams, not that great. So defense, I'm also giving that to the Rams. Rams, best defense in the NFL by far. So now you can see who I'm leaning to a little bit here. I'm taking the Rams to win this year's Super Bowl. My Super Bowl MVP is a defensive player. It's going to be Von Miller. Von Miller's second Super Bowl, winning his second Super Bowl MVP. And it was a bit of a bold pick there, not taking Cooper Kupp, not taking Matthew Stafford. Von Miller, Aaron Donald, these guys are going to get after that Bengals offensive line. You saw the Titans do it. You saw the Titans get 9 sacks on Joe Burrow. I think Rams get a bunch of pressure on Joe Burrow. Raheem Morris, O'Donnell, it's going to be Kevin O'Connell's last game as the Rams offensive coordinator, going to be going up to Minnesota to be their head coach next week, but a lot of stuff going on in the NFL. I'm taking the Rams in the Super Bowl over the Bengals. Your 2021-2022 Super Bowl champions are going to be the Los Angeles Rams, everybody, over the Cincinnati Bengals. What a season for the Bengals. What a season for the Rams. But I'm taking the Rams as the world champions. This will get safe for the next year until we do another Super Bowl. Maybe it's the Rams again, maybe it's the Bengals again. We'll see. But I got the Rams in the Super Bowl over the Bengals. Super Bowl 56 goes Los Angeles Rams, everybody. Super Bowl 56 goes the Los Angeles Rams in LA. Give me the LA Rams. Win the Super Bowl this year. If you think the Rams win the Super Bowl, leave your answer in the comment section. Now, top 5, everybody. This week's top 5 is top 5 teams in the NBA after the NBA trade deadline, everybody. Let's hop into it. My first honorable mention, I got one honorable mention, and then we're going to get into the top 5. We're going to go 5 to 1, but let me give one honorable mention right here. The 6th best team in the NBA, and one honorable mention is the Dallas Mavericks, everybody. Arguably, the best team started the season 2022. They haven't lost more than 3 games since started 2022. Dallas Mavericks on fire right now. Kristaps Porzingis is still playing pretty well. Luka Doncic traded into maybe an MVP contender. This team's playing great, even without Seth Curry when they traded him last year. Mark Cuban said maybe that's his huge mistake trading Seth Curry, but everything going on there. Dallas Mavericks, one of the best teams in the NBA by far. I wanted to include them in this top 5. The NBA is lower this year, but the Dallas Mavericks, 6th best team in the NBA. My one honorable mention. Now let's hop into the top 5 teams in the NBA. Number 5, the Memphis Grizzlies. You can say, whoa, Memphis Grizzlies, the 3rd best team in the NBA. How are they 5th on your list? Well, Memphis Grizzlies, since shots don't hit, they're losing. They're losing all those games. I think they lose in the series to the Suns. I think they lose in the series to maybe the Clippers. I think they definitely lose a series to the Lakers. I think they lose a series to the Warriors. I think they lose a series to make the finals, say to the Bucks. But I don't think this team makes it out of the semifinals. I really don't. So I add Western Conference semifinals. I really don't think John Morant and his Grizzlies make it out of Western Conference semifinals. Good team. Maybe they could turn to like the Joe Burrow Bengals, but I doubt it. Give them the Grizzlies 5th best team in the NBA. Number 4, the reigning champions, Milwaukee Bucks. You can say a bit of a lackluster start to this year, but it's like that every year with the Milwaukee Bucks. Everybody. The team who wins the championship doesn't always have the best regular season. Bucks right now, number 4 team in the NBA, can still win another championship. Giannis Antetokounmpo playing great right now. 4th best team in the NBA, Milwaukee Bucks. Number 3, and I really love this team. I know they're not playing the best basketball right now, but it's Philadelphia 76ers, right, everybody. I know they're 5th best team in the East. They're the 5th seed in the East. But I love this team, Philadelphia 76ers. I think in the playoff series, they won a playoff series of the Bucks. They won a playoff series of the Nets. They won a playoff series over the Cavs, and they win a playoff series, maybe over somebody else. This is a great team, Philadelphia 76ers. I think they get rid of Ben Simmons. I really do. And then Joel Embiid packed in there, everything like that. Joel Embiid, great player, in my opinion. Could win MVP this year by Seth Curry, great point guard. I mean, Matisse Thybulle, one of the best defense players in the NBA. Well-rounded team, maybe the best well-rounded team in the NBA right now. Give me the Sixers, third best team in the NBA. Number 2, best team record-wise in the NBA right now is the Phoenix Suns. But I don't have the Phoenix Suns as my best team in the NBA. I don't. I have the Warriors as my best team in the NBA ever play. I have the Phoenix Suns at number 2. I love Devin Booker, but I'm taking inexperience over inexperience. I know they got 1 year in the finals. I know they made the finals last year. This Warriors team, I'm talking about Klay Thompson, who's been to the finals 3 times, won 3 championships. Sorry, they did the finals 5 times. It's 3 championships. Steph Curry made it to the finals 5 times. Has won 3 championships. Draymond Green, 3 championships, 5 times, everything like that. I'm taking experience over inexperience in the playoff series. I think the Warriors are the best team in the NBA, well-rounded. Klay Thompson's teaming up. Draymond Green's teaming up. Now all of them are all-stars right now, besides Klay Thompson because the midseason thing, everything like that. I mean, where do you play James Wiseman in this whole thing? Same James Wiseman comes back for a playoff round. It's the best team in the NBA by far. Number 1 team in the NBA, Golden State Warriors. Maybe the best bench in the NBA, Jordan Poole. It's a great team right now. Golden State Warriors, number 1 team in the NBA. No debate about it. That's about my top 5 teams in the NBA. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Now, our favorite sports fact of the day. Did you know, everybody? This week's Did You Know is, did you know there's been 12 teams in the NFL who have never won a Super Bowl? 12 teams, including Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals can reverse that Sunday. Cincinnati Bengals, one of the 12 teams who have never won a Super Bowl. Didn't know that? Leave down in the comment section. So if the Bengals win a Super Bowl this Sunday, there's only gonna be 11 teams left. Still a lot to think about. I mean, there's only 32 teams in the NFL. While it's out there, though, leave your thoughts in the comment section. That's about for Did You Know this week. It's that time of year, everybody. We're a month away from March Madness, everybody. From March Madness, you heard that. We're a month away from Selection Sunday when you're filling out your brackets and doing everything like that. We're going to pick your bracket on this show like we did last year. But let's hop into it. College basketball mass, everybody. We're going to pick top 5 teams in college basketball right now and pick some great games that we have this weekend. Let's hop into it. Who's the 5th best team in college basketball? It's the Duke Blue Devils, everybody. This is the most talented team in college basketball by far. 3 5-stars in that team, everybody. This is a great team. But they lose some games. I mean, you play scrappy against them. The Virginia team, very, very scrappy. They win that game because they play better defense. If you have good defense, you're going to beat Duke. Florida State, that same thing. Had good defense, beat Duke. Miami, good defense, beat Duke. Ohio State, good defense, they beat Duke. So Duke lose some games they play. I mean, I think Duke could either be around a 32 out or they could be a Final Four win. I mean, that's how it goes right now because this almost reminds me a little bit of the 2017 Duke team where they lost in the round 32 with Jason Tatum to South Carolina because that South Carolina team played great defense. South Carolina team actually made the Final Four, almost made it to the national championship. But Duke, right now, 5th best team in college basketball. Before Purdue, Boilermakers, everybody. This Purdue team, I mean, I didn't really watch a full-on Purdue game until last Saturday when they played my Michigan Wolverines. Oh, that was a great game. I wasn't focused on my Michigan Wolverines as much as I was in the Purdue Boilermakers, everybody. I mean, Travion Williams, Zach Edey. I mean, this is a wild combo. Travion Williams almost won Player of the Year last year. Now he's coming off the bench. Not because of how bad he is, because of how good Zach Edey is. I mean, that starting 5 is amazing. Kevin Hunter Jr., Jaden Ivey. A little problem with them is outside of that big 3 of Jaden Ivey, Travion Williams, and Zach Edey, you won't really see that much. Maybe a little bit of Kevin Hunter Jr., and a little some other stuff in there, but that's how you can beat them. Good defense. Purdue doesn't, if you play good defense on like if you play good defense on Duke, they're not a top 5 team. But Purdue, really, really good team in my opinion. Number 4 team in college basketball, Purdue. Number 3, Gonzaga, everybody. I'm still not giving Gonzaga their respect. I didn't give them that much respect last season. And they didn't even make the national championship. They didn't even win the national championship last year. But everybody's saying, oh, they're the best team of all time. No. Chet Holmgren, great recruit. I thought they would maybe even lose to BYU last Saturday night, but no. BYU got crushed by them. So Gonzaga moving up a little bit. They got a tough game against St. Mary's this week. But Gonzaga, 3rd best team in college basketball. Number 2, Arizona, everybody. What do you do if you get blown out by a team on the road? You go beat them at home. That's what Arizona did. They lost at home on the road to UCLA by a lot. Johnny Juzang, Jaime Jaquez, Tiger Campbell played great in that game. But then they get them at their place. They get them in Arizona. And they beat them. They crushed them. Great game for Arizona. Benedict Mathurin. Kirk Creashaw. This is a good team. 2nd best team in college basketball. Arizona. Number 1, Auburn. Everybody thought Auburn was unbeatable. But now you see last Saturday, they go up against a lackluster Georgia team, and they win on a game-winning layup. Not what you want to say if you're Bruce Pearl, but Can Auburn win the national championship this year? Leave your answer in the comment section. Number 1 team in college basketball right now is Auburn. Beatable, but right now, best team in college basketball. Number 1 team in college basketball right now is Auburn. Let's pick some of the best games we have this week, and we have some great games. We got some great Big 12 games, got some great Big 10 games. Let's hop into it. Texas, Baylor, everybody. Texas beats Kansas this week. Baylor gets smacked by Kansas this week, losing by 33 points. But I'm still taking Baylor, everybody. Texas showed some holes this year, everything like that. They had a bad game against Texas Tech, so is Baylor, though. Baylor's had some bad games. I think Baylor bounces back. James Akinjo, Scott Drew gets the guys going. I think Scott Drew's squad wins this one. Baylor wins this one over Texas, everybody. Give me Baylor over Texas in a close one. 77-73. Give me Baylor over Texas. Ohio State, Michigan, everybody. This one's in Chrysler Center. It's going to be a great game. Michigan Wolverines getting back home. I mean, that was a great game against the number 3 team in the country, Purdue, losing by only 6. Michigan, unranked team right now. I think Michigan pulls off the upset, though. Yes, I know I've done it for 3 straight weeks. I've been picking Michigan to win an upset over a ranked team, and it hasn't happened, but I'm doing it again. Michigan beats Ohio State. E.J. Liddell, I mean, good player, but Michigan beat Ohio State last year. I know they lost their second game to them in the Big Ten tournament, but that was without our best player, Isaiah Livers. Now, Ohio State without Dwayne Washington Jr. I know Michi Johnson's a great player, but give me Michigan over Ohio State. E.J. Liddell doesn't have the great game. Hunter Dickinson matches up well against him. Eli Brooks has a great game. Caleb Houston started making his threes. Give me Michigan over Ohio State this weekend. Now, last game, we had the battle for LA, but in basketball, UCLA, USC, both teams lost last weekend, but this is going to be a great game. I think both teams coming off losses, but give me UCLA but over USC for the battle of LA. I'm sorry, Boogie Ellis. I'm sorry, Isaiah Mobley, but give me UCLA. Give me John Hughes. Great team. I mean, improvement from last year. They had a horrible regular season last year, but they did well in the Pac-12 tournament. They were last 4 in pretty much last year. They didn't have a bye last year. They were down by 11 points in that first 4-in game, and they almost lost it to Michigan State. They almost did. And if they lost that game, they wouldn't have made the Final Four. They wouldn't have made anything like that. So UCLA, very well improved from last year. UCLA, one of the best teams in college basketball. I know they're ranked number 12 right now. They're not the 12th best team in college basketball. They're better now. They're a top 10 team in college basketball, top 7 team in college basketball. No bit back. Give me UCLA over USC. USC showed some holes also this season. So give me UCLA over USC in this one. No bit back. That's about for college basketball madness this week. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Schoolyard Sporting is back, everybody. Schoolyard Sports Scouting is back. So we're going to pair the top quarterbacks in this draft class with the best teams, the best fits for them right now. Let's hop into it. Matt Corral, not the best quarterback in this draft class. Not saying he is, but Matt Corral, what's the perfect fit for him? What did Matt Corral have this year at Ole Miss? He had an offensive coach. He had a great run game. He had some solid weapons. What did the Broncos have? They had an offensive coach now, Nathaniel Hackett. They had a good run game, Melvin Gordon, Javonte Williams, and they have some great receivers, Jerry Jeudy, Deshaun Hamilton, KJ Hamler, Cortland Sutton. It's a good team. Tim Patrick. Forgot to say him. Matt Corral, this would be a perfect fit for him. I think they have the number 9 pick right now. Maybe trade back a little bit to get Matt Corral, get some more draft capital. Then you get Matt Corral. This is the perfect John Elway fit. In my opinion, Matt Corral going to the Denver Broncos. John Elway finds his guy at quarterback. George Payton finds his guy at quarterback. Give me Matt Corral as next quarterback of the Denver Broncos. This is a perfect fit for him, in my opinion. Denver Broncos, don't screw us up. Matt Corral, great quarterback. I think this is the perfect fit for him going to Denver. Now, Desmond Ridder, but not too many people love Desmond Ridder. He was at the Senior Bowl this Saturday, and not too many people loved him. They just say, oh, he's got good size. If you have good size, if that's all you have, that's not going to help you that much in the NFL. Every guy in the NFL has good size. And so, Kyler Murray, and a lot of stuff going on him right now. I think that's a whole joke, the Kyler Murray thing. But Desmond Ridder, all he has right now is good size. I think the perfect fit for him right now is the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers don't really have a solid quarterback situation. So this could be an interesting situation here. Maybe, I don't think this is a perfect long-term plan, but say you get him 2 or 3 starts this year, Desmond Ridder looks great. You don't have to take quarterback this year. Say he does terrible. Okay, great. You can trade him. You can make him as backup, everything like that. You can pick a Bryce Young, pick a CJ Stroud, anything like that. That would be perfect in my opinion. Desmond Ridder, Carolina Panthers. Kenny Pickett, everybody's saying Kenny Pickett's the most pro-ready quarterback. Yeah, because he's had 5 years of college. Crazy to think about this right here. I know I said a couple episodes ago, but say that 2020 COVID year didn't happen where the eligibility didn't count against anybody. Kenny Pickett isn't here right now. He's in last year's NFL draft. He goes undrafted, and he's working another job outside of football right now. I mean, that's crazy to think. But Kenny Pickett comes back, becomes a Heisman contender, because Kenny Pickett did not have a good college career his first 4 years in college. He got lucky. He got very lucky. Kenny Pickett, I don't think he's the best quarterback in this draft class. I don't think he's top 2 quarterback in this draft class. Kenny Pickett, but the perfect fit for him right now would be Washington. Washington Commanders now, not football team, the Washington Commanders This would be a good fit for Kenny Pickett, everybody. I mean, like people said, most pro-ready quarterback. Ron Rivera doesn't want to stick up with some. Malik Willis needs to learn plays, everything like that. Need to sit for a year. Kenny Pickett is ready to go. Maybe not all 16, maybe not all 17 games. Maybe give him like 14, 13, something in there. Kenny Pickett, really, really good quarterback. I think perfect fit for him right now is Washington. Now, quarterback. Last quarterback in this list, Malik Willis, everybody. Who the most polarizing prospect maybe in this whole entire draft class? I mean, Malik Willis, really, really good player out of Liberty. Went to Auburn his first couple years of his career, but now he went to Liberty. Had a good year last year. Didn't have that great of a year this year, but still good quarterback, Malik Willis. So I think this is a weird situation for Malik Willis. I think he got to be the number 2 pick in the NFL draft, going to the Lions, or he could fall all the way down to Pittsburgh Steelers. I think if he goes to the Steelers, maybe the Steelers have to trade up. Kevin Colbert, Mike Tomlin are going to have to trade up to get Malik Willis. Malik Willis, good quarterback, huge cannon. Malik Willis, a bit of an undersized guy, but still is a huge cannon, no debate about. Malik Willis, great quarterback. Malik Willis will be a perfect fit for either of these teams. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. That's about for Schoolyard Sports Scouting this week. Now, the best for last, question today. This week's question is LeBron James' Lakers career a failure if he fails to make it out of the Western Conference semifinals this year? My answer right now, yes. I mean, full out, yes. You could say, because the bubble, championship in the bubble, maybe a little bit of an easier championship going up against an easy Heat team. I know it's in the bubble and everything. But last season, with AD, I know LeBron got hurt for a while, same with AD. But still, that was a bad season. Now, this season, everybody's healthy, and they are playing a horrible with Russell Westbrook. See that everything goes on there, trade deadline. But is LeBron James' Lakers career a failure? They failed to make it out of the Western Conference semifinals here. Leave your answer in the comment section. That's about for question day this week. That's about for Schoolyard Sports Land Frick, episode 67. Thank you for tuning in. Follow Schoolyard Sports on Instagram at Schoolyard Sports. Follow Schoolyard Sports on Twitter at Schoolyard Sport. Follow Schoolyard Sports on TikTok at Schoolyard Sports. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and view for the best sports content in the world. We'll be back here next week, episode 68. Stay tuned.